From architecture to painting and sculpture, literature to live music and theater, Radio 111 presents The Desert Scene, your connection to culture and entertainment in the desert cities. Here's Bonnie G.
And welcome to The Desert Scene. I'm your host, Bonnie G. I have filling in as producers, Mr. John McMullen, helping us out today. And we're so happy to welcome Richard Balocco, who is president and CEO of Desert Arc. And they have a big event coming up. Hi, Richard. How are you?
Good, Bonnie.
So, first of all, for people that don't know much about Desert Arc, I think a lot of people in the desert do, but tell us a little bit about what the organization does.
Well, the organization's been around since 1959. It provides services to the developmentally disabled community. We have approximately 750, we call them clients, who get service with us. And we do everything from an adult daycare program to independent placement for folks. So we have employment programs, day programs, and we also provide transportation. So we have a fleet of 30 plus buses that are going someplace all the time in this valley. And we have approximately 250 employees to provide that service to our clients. And we're largely a day program, which means we operate normally from about 8 to 3 Monday through Friday.
Excellent. And so this event, it's the 5th annual Champions of Change Recognition Awards Luncheon on Wednesday, February 8th. So tell us a little bit about the event and who are you recognizing?
Oh, yeah. The lunch is our 5th annual. It will be at the Agua Caliente in Rancho Mirage in the ballroom. That's on February 8th, starting at 11:30. And the honorees this year are the champion of the year is Madeline Zuckerman. She's the owner and president of Madeline Zuckerman Marketing and Public Relations. She's done a tremendous job working with us, and so she's being recognized this year as the champion. We have a business partner of the year. That's the city of Rancho Mirage. The business star of the year is the Computer Consultants. Volunteer of the year, Joanne Gilliam, tennis coach and Zumba dance instructor for us, who's volunteers. And then our corporate philanthropist of the year is Hot Purple Energy. And then in addition to recognizing those entities in the community, we have 9 Client of the Year awards. Every year we have Client of the Year awards, and quite frankly, they're incredibly special as you hear the story and the success stories about these individuals.
And how do you decide who do you have a committee that comes up with who is going to be recognized each year?
Yes, we have a committee, and we have. We have a number of people which we work with in this community, and so those are usually, if you will, the candidates and what has happened in working with us. So Madeline Zuckerman, for example, has been working with us for several years now, and she does some consulting work with us, but and you may know her.
I do.
She's done a phenomenal job of getting our word out about who Desert Arc is, branding, and connecting us with a lot of community leaders. So a well-deserved recognition for Madeline. And just like the city of Rancho Mirage they have taken on and employed for some of our business services. We have a shredding company, a recycling company, janitorial company, and if you will, a commercial landscape operation. So they've employed us in a lot of different things and trusted some of their assets to be maintained by us. Mm-hmm. Computer Consultants is a small company here located in the Valley. They provide IT services, so they're kind of an outsource to us. Their entity has been phenomenal. They've donated equipment to us. A number of things, provide excellent service at very reasonable prices. I believe since we've had them for 8 or 9 years, they've never increased the price to us. So really a phenomenal operation. Joanne Gilliam, of course, is a volunteer and does some work with our tennis people who want to play tennis and Zumba. Those happen after the end of the day. And, of course, Hot Purple Energy Don't know if you know them, but as a company have done a phenomenal amount of things, and especially wonderful things for Desert Arc. So that's kind of a rundown on those. And like I said, the clients are range from all over, some in individual placement, some work in other different programs here. But the last year, I would say that our honoree was Jay Chesterton, and when he got up, he sort of there were no dry eyes in the audience on his commitment and his work with Desert Arc and what it meant to him. So I encourage you to, if you haven't, it's not too late to get a ticket. They're $100. We have sponsorships still available, although we're coming down pretty much to the end here. Those range from $1,500 to $10,000. And it'll be just an excellent event, and it'll be hosted or emceed by Brooke Berry.
She's fabulous. She's fabulous. Yes. And now, if you want to get tickets, I believe it's the 760-404-1368. Is that correct phone number?
That's right. 760-404-1368.
Or you could go to desertarc.org. Now, I'm guessing that are you always in welcoming more volunteers? Do you always need more help to help you guys out?
Well, the answer is yes and no. Volunteers happen mostly in things that are non-work activities. Anything that's considered a work activity here, and we're largely reimbursed by the state of California, requires that if they're reimbursing for it, that you have a paid employee in there. So, but there certainly after, like our tennis coach, people involved in golf, some other things. There's always a few things. If people are interested, certainly visit our website or contact us, and we'll see if there's a fit for you.
How do individuals who need your services, the clients, if you will, how do you find them, or how do they find you?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. And so the way it works here in California is the only what I'll call an entitlement state, which basically says if you have a developmental disability and you are registered with the state of California, which they do and define that as their regional centers. There's 21 of them, and they're really set up by county or counties. In our case, we have the Inland Regional Center, which is responsible for Riverside and San Bernardino counties. So when someone has that disability and they register, they get into the system before they're 18 years old, that they meet the criteria, which usually is a doctor's evaluation. They get assigned a case manager, and when they get to be 18 or older, that's the population we serve. If they happen to probably live out here or be close here, where we're close enough to provide them service, they work with their case manager to meet with our staff and begin what I'll call the processing or admissions process of that. So the state really has to authorize their service to us for them, and that's really how it works. And so most of our clients, stay here a long time unless they move out of the valley, because Desert Arc is really just about the only provider of all of these services.
I was just going to ask you that. You're pretty much it in the valley. How did you get involved originally with the organization?
Well, I, in 2007, retired from my position up in the Silicon Valley. My friend of mine was here as the interim director here at Desert Arc, which had a different name called the retarded for the desert here, unfortunately, at the time. So that I came here to help them out on some finances. 8 weeks later, they were looking for somebody to be the leader, and so I became their new leader. We changed the name to Desert Arc, and we haven't looked back. And in what I thought would be an 8-week assignment here, I'm now going on my 16th year. Wow,
that's great. Well, it's such a wonderful organization. Again, Desert Arc, it's the 5th annual Champions of Change Recognition Awards luncheon, Wednesday, February 8th. It will be I'm sorry. There it is. Agua Caliente Resort Casino Spa, 11:30 a.m. You can still get some tickets, $100. The phone number is 760-404-1368. For more information, you can also go to desertarc.org. Richard Balocco, thank you so very much for all the work you and Desert Arc that you do and this exciting luncheon coming up. And thank you for being with us today. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for inviting me on. Always great to be able to talk about what the good work Desert Arc does, and thank you for, like I said, having me on.
You're more than welcome. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk to the rest of you the next time on The Desert Scene.